to another telekinesis video. Today we're talking about pyrokinesis. Pyrokinesis is the ability over heat and fire. That means with the power of your mind, you can be able to burn objects. The heat part comes from your mind, comes from your body, comes from your heart. The way you do this, you breathe in fully and exhale 50%. Then again, you inhale fully and exhale 50%. You continue doing that. While you do this, you try to focus on the heat of your body. Try to increase your body temperature. But try to do that without flexing your muscles, because that would work too. By flexing your muscles, you get blood pumping through your muscles and your body gets warmer. But that's not the warmth I'm talking about. I'm talking about emotional warmth, which becomes physical warmth. So you continue the breathing and focus on the center of your body. That's where heat comes from. You focus on this heat, and then when you feel the heat, when you feel the connection to the heat of your body, that can take a few minutes or even a few hours or years, but at some point, eventually, you're gonna feel this heat. When you feel the connection to the heat of your body, then you can control its movement and its location. So I do the breathing. And when I feel the connection to the warmth, to the heat, I can, for example, bring it into my arm. And that takes a while, so I push the heat into one arm. But that only works with the connection to the heat. If you don't feel the connection, it's not gonna work. For pyrokinesis, you need to bring the heat from your body. Try to center it, focusing only on one little spot. And then through your arm into your little finger to the object, which could be farther apart or very close. The further apart, further away it is, the harder it is, just with any kind of kinesis. But the most important thing is to focus on the heat of your body. You really have to feel it here. And when you feel it, you're one step closer to controlling its location. So then you can push with your telekinetic powers, push the heat into one arm and one finger. You can really feel its location. And when you have it here, you can really feel it in the tips of your fingers. When you feel it, then you can burn something. But when you do this, rule number 1, take your time. Rule number 2, don't do this inside. Do it somewhere safe. Not in the forest or the wilderness. Not in the house. Do nothing close what could burn easily. Please be careful. This This is a very dangerous art. I can speak of experience. But when you have it, then you can push it into one limb or a finger. And if you want to know how, this is very easily answered. The same way how I use my arm, how I move my fingers. My brain gives a command. My brain tells my arm to do this. I'm not thinking about, okay, how do I move this? No, it just happens. In the same way, you can move the heat from your body, which is part of you. It is a part of you, of all of us. All we have to do is learn how to control this heat. And then, only then, we can use pyrokinesis and burn objects from the distance.
Today, we're going to do the same thing, but from the distance. So, we're going to burn this toilet paper here, and I'm going to do that from over there. So that means that I can't touch the object at all, so I have to burn it from the distance. And how does it work? How is that possible? So, let me prepare this real quick. The idea is that you focus on the heat of your body. You try to push it into just your fingertips, and then the next step is really try to get the heat from your fingertips through the space, through the distance into the object, And the way you do that is you have to do pyrokinesis first. You have the heat in your fingers, and then you do telekinesis to bring the heat from your fingertips towards the object and until it burns. And let me clarify something. You can't burn just nothing. You can't just make fire out of nowhere. Fire, the way fire works, you have to burn something, otherwise it doesn't exist. So you have to have an object which is able to burn, like wood or paper or toilet paper in that case, and you also need air, because without air fire can't exist. And now I'm just gonna focus. I just focus on my breathing, really. I don't focus on the object at all. I just focus on the breathing. I meditate, and I try to press all the heat of my body into my fingertips, okay? It's gonna take 1 second. Okay, I feel the heat inside my fingers. If I touch an object now, it would probably burn, but I still need to focus on bringing this heat out of my body into the object. I'm going to do that now. It can take a second, but stay with me, be patient. It's gonna happen. I feel it. Now I bring the heat inside one finger, just one finger. All the temperature of my body is in this index finger. I can feel it. So I think that was a success. I'm sorry, I'm a bit out of breath. That was harder than I thought, but yeah, it worked. The toilet paper burnt, and like I said, you really have to focus on the heat of your body, bring everything into one little spot, and then with telekinesis, keep breathing. You can bring it into the distance, and then you can burn an object like this toilet paper. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and please be safe when you do that. I myself burned my face doing pyrokinesis, and I don't want it to happen to you because you mean a lot to me, okay? You guys are like true friends. You're like my family, and I just don't want you to hurt yourself, okay? Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.